After I cut my hair, I definitely noticed a huge difference in volume, but I didn't expect that the volume was going to stay as it grew out.
This video is not sponsored, but you can show your support by purchasing my handmade in Canada prints I designed at amandabickett.com.
Welcome back, my beautiful friends, and today we're talking all about my haircut. I get a lot of questions from you guys about how do I cut my hair, who cuts my hair, what kind of haircut is this, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't really know what kind of haircut this is because I just did this myself. But I filmed footage of when I originally cut my hair like this, which was last summer, and I'm gonna share that with you guys today. I thought about just showing the video as is, but I don't know, it's just too cringy. How cute they are. They're so healthy and happy. Little cute little curl friends. So I'm just gonna show you footage from it and just kind of explain what I was doing in this video, how I got my hair like this. It has grown out from the haircut of the footage that you'll see into what it looks like now. And I liked it when I cut it short, and I just feel like it's been growing out super full and super voluminous. My original mission with this haircut when I first did it was to get more volume. My hair originally grew up from a buzz cut, so it was pretty one-dimensional, pretty much all this kind of the same length. So what I was really trying to do was to get more volume on top because I was finding it that it kind of looked like a bowl. The length that it just kind of looked like a flat bowl. I do want to say also, I am not a professional hairstylist. I am not a hair cutter. I'm not an expert on anything hair related, really. I'm just a girl who's trying things, who likes to cut her own hair, and who likes to share her experience on YouTube. And lucky for you guys, I have footage of when I did this. And if I were to trim my hair again, this is probably similar to how I would do it. I probably wouldn't change too many things. Let's talk about how I cut my hair. So what I did was I started in sections. I sectioned my hair into different sections at the base, at the middle, and at the top. So the bottom sections I wanted to be longer. In fact, I didn't even see the sections down here? I didn't even cut these at all. So these hairs down here I've actually never ever been cut since I grew up from the buzz cut. They are completely untouched, virgin hair. They're actually super healthy. What I did was I just took these pieces and I tied them together with a hair tie just to make sure I didn't cut them. And then I did the next section, the second longest section. See how it's a little bit shorter than this section? And then I did the top section, which is the shortest. I started cutting one curl at a time. The reason why you do this, or the reason why I like to do this, is it's easier to see what you're doing if you want to be super precise when you do it one piece at a time on dry hair. A lot of people cut their curly hair when it's wet, and this works for a lot of people. I feel like this works really well when you have super long hair and you kind of are into a good groove. But I feel like when you're cutting, trying to be really precise and cut your hair a certain way, doing it piece by piece takes longer, but I feel like you have more control. So if you have control issues and you really want to see what it's going to look like and how it's going to fall, then I recommend doing a dry cut. If you just kind of want everything to be sort of the same length, then there are definitely methods for that, and you don't really need to go through all of the trouble of sectioning your hair. It's funny, after I cut my hair, I definitely noticed a huge difference in volume, but I didn't expect that the volume was going to stay as it grew out. So I'm really liking how it has grown out since I cut my hair, and it's been a long time, like I said, last summer. And your hair always looks worse, I find, when it's freshly cut. The edges are super blunt and super straight. I find that it takes at least until your next wash for everything to kind of bounce back up. If your hair is longer, I feel like you could apply the same principles to what I did in that video to longer hair to kind of get your hair. It's not so much about the length with this kind of haircut that I did, it's more so about the shape and doing the sections, taking your time, doing it dry. I forgot to mention, you want to use hairdressing scissors. I talked about this in my bang cutting video, but I'll say it again here. You do not want to cut your hair with kitchen scissors or dull scissors. When you cut your hair with dull scissors, it actually will break your hair. So it's funny, you'll be trying to take off split ends and make your ends healthy, but if you're using blunt scissors, kitchen scissors, you're actually making damage and not really removing it. So no blunt scissors. And I don't think razors are a very good idea. I had some friends in high school that used to trim their hair with razors, but I feel like that does damage as well. So hairdressing scissors are preferred. You can get them from the drugstore or like a pharmacy or something. CVS, Sally's. Those are all the American stores I can think of that have them. But I'm sure you could probably get it at Target. Hairdressing scissors I feel like are readily available. I also cut my bangs in this video, and I'm actually wearing my bangs a lot shorter than I used to. I've made a video about how I cut my bangs, and it's funny, I trim them so often because like I said, my hair has been growing super fast, and I have to keep on top of them because as they grow, for some reason, some of them, like, I don't know if they're growing faster than the others, but I find that some of them shrink more than others, and I just like to keep them straight. It's so funny. These bangs are so polarizing. People either love them or hate them. Like, based on the comments that I get, it's like the funniest thing to me ever. Like, some people are like, oh my god, I love your bangs. Other people are like, your bangs are so ugly. You're pretty, but your bangs are stupid. I've got my hair in my mouth. I think it's really fun. I actually really like having things about myself that are really polarizing. Like, I know that sounds weird, but I like getting like powerful responses out of other people. Like, I think that's really cool that like I can generate like either a really powerful positive or negative response just with like how I choose to style my hair. It's like a really funny thing. Anyway, yeah, so my bangs, I just do piece by piece. I just kind of trim them like once a month. I like to keep them short and out of my eyes, and I just think it's a fun look. Like, it's different. Like, I don't really see too many people with short bangs, and if not everyone else is doing it, then the inner Amanda that likes to rebel is like, yes, I want to do that because nobody's doing it. Sorry, there's an airplane. I'm trying to shoot a video here. I love cutting my hair myself. I know it's not for everyone. It can be kind of scary. It can be kind of intimidating to cut your hair yourself. But I personally like to cut my hair myself because I like to take responsibility. When you hand the scissors to somebody else and like put your trust in someone else, like, things go wrong. No one is going to care as much about you as you. Like, of course, when you go to the hairdresser, like, that's their job. They're obviously going to be more skilled than you, but are they going to care as much as getting your hair to look like as you? Probably not. Sometimes things go wrong. Sometimes people like cut off too much. Sometimes people like will make one side longer than the other. True story, it happened to me. So I have trust issues with letting other people cut my hair. That's why I cut my own hair. If you don't care and you just don't want to waste your time like sectioning your hair or like just cutting your hair on your own in general is just not something you want to do, then something you can do is to find somebody who has hair like yours, or at least similar. You're probably not going to find someone with exactly the same hair like yours because we're all so different and have different textures on all parts of our hair. But if you find someone with similar hair, get a picture of them. I know this feels weird, and if you want to print off a picture of me and like take it to a hairdresser, I'm not going to judge you or think that's weird because I would do the same thing. If there was a haircut that I wanted and I couldn't explain it, I would print off that person's face and bring it to the hairdresser if that was something that I wanted to do. So find somebody with a haircut that you want and print off their picture, maybe print off a few different ones and bring it to a curly hair specialist. Try to find someone that specializes in curly hair because I find that when you go to people who specialize in straight hair, it's just like a different game. Like, curly hair is very different from straight hair, and there's like different techniques and stuff. So you want to find someone that specializes in curly hair and you want to meet them. Like, you want to talk to them, talk about what you want to do, show them your pictures, make sure you feel comfortable, make sure you feel like you can trust them, like you vibe and like they know what you want. And when you feel comfortable, have a good feeling, then I feel like you'll be not 100% guaranteed that they're going to do what you want or do a good job that you like, but I feel like you'll just feel more confident going into it, knowing that you've laid it all out there and you've been as clear as possible about what you want. Take your time, be patient, dry cut, and don't cut your hair when you're distracted. Those are like my top tips, because if you're watching a movie or something, like by the end of the movie, you just might be like, whoa, what have I done? Why did I take off so much? So yeah, be conscious, be aware, take your time, and when you're finished and you're just like looking at it, don't be afraid to just like grab and like snip pieces that you feel like if you want to like really perfect your cutting, just kind of like look at yourself straight on and just kind of like cut some pieces that you don't like. Another thing that you can do, another bonus tip if you made it to this part of the video, you can also, if you don't feel like doing it the way that I do it, you can just kind of feel through your hair piece by piece, and when you feel down the shaft of the hair, if it starts to feel kind of crispy near the bottom and like nasty, then you know that you can just cut that off. Ooh, I found a split end. Let's cut that off. I used to do this in high school. I used to just take, I'd be bored in class, I would take scissors and I would just kind of cut my hair. I was so rude. Like, that is not nice, Amanda of the past. That was not nice to do to your teachers. Wow. I'm impressed by how few split ends there are, though. Like, I found 3, but back in high school, I would look down at my ends and every single hair, I kid you not, every single hair would have a split. And, like, the split would have a split of a split. Like, what? You wouldn't believe it unless you've seen it, but my hair used to split. Let me know in the comments below, do you cut your own hair or do you prefer other people to cut your hair? How do you cut your hair yourself? Do you do something similar? Do you do something different? Or are you gonna try cutting your hair like I do? And if you do cut your hair like I do, let me know after you're done and let me know how it went, because I'm very curious and to see if it worked out for you. Subscribe to join the family if you haven't already. I do videos like these, haircut videos, lifestyle videos, and if those are of interest to you, you can subscribe. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time with another video. Mwah.